Hello, this is Leah Barron, and I am here in Flemington, New Jersey at Michelle Vanselous Salon and Gallery. And I am the co-producer of Inclusion Festival, which is the nation's first music and wellness festival for people with and without special needs. Our vision for inclusion is that we are hoping to bring an experience for people of all ages and abilities. It encompasses sensory-friendly music and play-based workshops and lots of accessibility features for people of all kinds of abilities. So part of our vision in going forward, especially to this year, is that we are partnering with different events and festivals around the country to help service people of all abilities and to make these events more accessible. So I've known Michelle for a very long time. She actually gave me my first haircut a very long time ago. And she has always been an artist in her own right and has had this beautiful vision for holding space and, curating different forms of art with this gallery type event. When Michelle sat down with me and told me that she would like to make this event more accessible for people with physical disabilities, one of the things that we talked about was the building. And so this building is rather old and it has a lot of history, and as you can see there's some steps leading up, and the gallery event is going to be downstairs and upstairs, so obviously this presents challenges for people who may be in a wheelchair or may have different physical challenges. So what we decided was we would put this video together to make the event more accessible for people of all abilities. All right, so let's go on inside and check things out.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Michelle.
Thank you so much for coming and doing this virtual gallery event for us.
Of course, I'm honored to be here.
Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about today's event?
Today's event is our launching of our gallery here in Flemington, New Jersey. We're very excited to be part of the rich culture of the arts here, grassrooting many ideas with several other art galleries who are included here today. Small Joy Studio, Ina, is on Main Street, and Kevin von Holterman, who owns Kev von Holt Galleries, is also represented here today. We wanted to do something together to encourage people to come to Flemington and enjoy culture and the arts.
Sounds like an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what you have showcased here today.
Thank you. We're also trying to support our neighbor. Across the street is United Way of Flemington. This is their event center. We're here in Fulper, and we are selling mugs for $19 each, and $5 of the purchase price is going to be donated to United Way of Flemington.
Very nice.
At the end of our show, which is March 16th.
Awesome.
So we're excited about that, and Bonnie Duncan, when I shared that with her, as well as the Flemington Community Partnership, we're super excited that we were, trying to partner that way too and help others in town. So,
wonderful.
yeah.
Let's give a little overview of some of the artists and some of the works.
Okay. Well, you're entering into our gallery area. This is part of this is my salon. I consider myself an artist whose medium is hair. I've been cutting hair since I'm 6 years old. I love the arts. I believe in the arts. I believe in the artists. I believe, as part of my quote on our cup, is art cultivates civility. And it is the artist who, through history, has given all of us hope and aspiration, creativity. Great minds need art. Artists need art. We all need art. So a big part of this for me is a 20-year dream come true. I'm very excited to be able to showcase, I think we have 15 artists here. All people who I know and love and admire. Very excited that I'm bringing them together. We will have many others throughout the year, and enriching many, many people's lives as well as the artists' lives. They're very excited that they're able to be here today.
beautiful. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So Leah, this is artist Kathy Minetti. Kathy is originally from Argentina. She now lives in New Hope. I met Kathy about 10 years ago in Frenchtown. Her niece, Monica, was a client of mine, and I love Kathy's work, and we're so happy to have her here. We have 3 of her other pieces on the other wall, if you want to turn around. And these pieces, all of her pieces, are inspired by women she knows and past romantic experiences. The painting to your right is called Love Letters, and so that's reflective of those romantic experiences. To the right of her painting we have Jerry Petit. She does costume jewelry for us. I actually met Jerry through the internet. I saw her work on Facebook and loved it and contacted her, and we have many pieces of hers as well. And behind you, as a gallery ourselves, we sell crystals. My friend and artist Diana Stockwell, she's an interior designer. She's represented here upstairs. She is an interior designer. She does feng shui and crystal healing, and is all inspiring for us to sell many crystals. Many people have bought crystals from us, and I enjoy them myself as well. The scarves are fabric artist Barte of Earth and Creed. She's down in the King of Prussia area, and all of her scarves are hand woven, hand embroidered, and hand painted. These are really beautiful. These are the hand painted ones. Here's another one. We love them.
Beautiful.
And they're done in India. There's a process called Jamare, I believe it's called. It's a very ancient looming technique. It's one loom. Let me see if I can find an example of it. This is the sample of that. So all this is done on one loom, and it's very exciting to hear them talk about their work. They're very passionate about it. So on our top shelf in this area, Jerry Petit is represented in her costume jewelry, and we drop down to the next shelf, which we have these pearls are Jerry Petit costume jewelry. These are Jean Erickson silver, as well as the rings are Jean. Ina from Small Joy Studio here in town is represented on this shelf. She does beautiful silver, and this area is enamel. And if we drop to the next shelf, this is Ina's work as well. A lot of enamel. Beautiful work. Her work is absolutely beautiful. And the earrings are Jean Erickson's, and they're all silver. And she also does beautiful design, very intricate, very unusual. Below us, represented is House of Cork, and Diana Carr is our representative. All of House of Cork pocketbooks, which we carry many different styles and sizes, are handmade in Portugal. They're designed here in the United States and crafted in Portugal. Many of my clients have gone to Portugal and come back and tell me that these are of a greater quality than they've found in Portugal. So we're very proud to carry House of Cork pocketbooks. In this area of our gallery, which is a little sitting area, Robert Kroll has his little tell me a story. He loves this. I kind of love this too, because I'm writing a sitcom, and I've been taking playwriting classes at Bucks County Playhouse for the last 5 years, and I'm actually thinking of maybe buying this myself, because part of what we want to do here as well is hold workshops, some of which will be writing workshops, and I'm thinking this might be a really great painting to put up every time we have one of those. So haven't decided yet, but may just buy this one myself because I think it's fun. Kevin Von Holt Gallery This is Kevin's work. He's just a love, and his work is fast and furious. There's more of it upstairs, which we'll see later. These are just two small samples of his work. Leah, this is Eric Martini's work. He is a local leather artist. Eric does really wonderful, high quality work. He left chefing to do this. He got into this as a hobby, and it has become his livelihood. And he is very, very wonderful at leather repair. He says that he fixes a lot of leather couches, as well as pocketbooks, belts, anything that you want. We also have belts of his here, which can be actually, well, these are some of the belts, and they actually don't have the holes in them, but we can measure, and the holes are put in, so they're custom done in that regard. And then he has a whole bunch of pocketbooks here that we have hanging on our post, representative of his work as well. Really high quality leather. He's a great guy. Nice to have someone who can repair leather and make really wonderful leather goods in our community here in Flemington. This display is Carol's Scents and Soaps. Carol's from Strasburg, Pennsylvania. My husband David and I met her at Peters Valley Craft Festival in Sussex County Fairgrounds. Carol is known for her scents. They only use the essence of oil from, they do not use benzene. The oils that they use are extracted with steam. And her husband George has explained this to me in incredible detail, how important it is. It's a very long process, and that's why a lot of people who use essences and extract essences do not steam them, but they will not buy anything that's not been steamed. So their integrity is first and foremost in their product. It's a wonderful product. I love their product. People who use it and buy it love it. So if you're still into bar soap, she's a go-to. And over here in this area, someone near and dear to my heart, Rennie Willoughby, is our ceramic artist. I have known Rennie since my early 20s, and I have a lot of her pieces. She was Yoshika's first apprentice here in New Jersey. Yoshika is a very famous ceramic artist from Hawaii. He moved to Hunterdon County, and Yoshika was part of the movement to get the Hunterdon Art Center going. But Rennie apprenticed with Yoshika, and Rennie's work in her own right is fabulous and exceptional. Rennie is living in Bucks County as well, and we have other pieces upstairs as well of her work. I love her work.
All right, so we're gonna head upstairs and check out the main gallery.
Leah, as we head up the steps, this is Carlo Ballestre, and Carlo used to manage the New York Botanical Garden. A lot of his work represents botanical and nature. This is a photograph on metal, and this is called Cornstalk. At the top of the steps, we're representing John Spears, who is a local silk screening artist. John was one of the four runners of the San Francisco movement to take over old factories. He was one of the first to do that over, I think, in the 70s. These two paintings represent John's work. It's silk screen. This one is created with an iridescent paint, I believe. I can't remember exactly what it is. I know John loves this. And whatever medium he used to get this iridescent glow, he cannot find anymore. So this is a very precious painting to him. We love this painting. We love the way it lights up our hallway. And then this side is John's apprentice, Scott Reamer. And Scott Reamer is a friend of my son Harry. John had been telling me he was looking for an apprentice. Scott started to silkscreen. This is not silkscreen, this is paint on glass. However, represented around the corner is some of Scott's silkscreen. So these two came together through us, and they're apprentice and master, and they're like father and son. We're so excited that something really wonderful has come of their relationship as well as their work. Again, this is Scott's paint on glass. This one is, Scott doesn't title any of his work. Very interesting. I think he just wants the observer to decide for themselves. That's my understanding of what I think he tries to represent. To the right, we have Carl Balustre again. He's a photographer. He's the one that has the cornstalks at the bottom of the steps again on metal. His work is very, very crisp and clean. He likes to get close up to his images. These images are mostly of nature. This probably is some kind of a flower. If you go on his website, he also loves trees. He has some really wonderful pictures of photographs of cork trees in particular that I love. On the wall to the right of Carlo's work is Scott Reamer, who is John Spear's apprentice. This is his silkscreen representation, and very colorful. I've seen Scott's work transpire through John. It's been amazing. And below this we have Rennie Willoughby's ceramic art, again represented here upstairs in our gallery. We also have some crystals up here. Most of them are for sale. This one is mine. I'm not selling that. I love that. That's smoky quartz. But many, many, many of the crystals are for sale as well. Again, Scott Reamer paint on glass, and that's represented in the window as well. So we're demonstrating how one could hang that in a window and have a whole nother representation of it. And
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. As we go around the room, you're going to see 3 of John's silkscreen creations. Wonderful, wonderful art. This one is the one that we've been using for advertising in Icon and the Herald and all of our social media.
Get up close with this one.
Yeah. He's been all inspiring for the gallery. We are so grateful to have John backing us in our endeavors to bring art to Flemington. He's been our ambassador to understanding some of the gallery concepts, and we're learning too. We're grassrooting this, so we're having fun. Alyssa Reyna is my event planner. She's not here today. She's coming later, just before the show. She's exhausted, and she is my main person to have put this show together. I have mentored her through this, but she's the one who is to take all the credit for making this happen. She's been working with the artists. She loves working with the artists. She's been having fun with the artists. She's learning how to put this all together. And it's a good thing because she just got engaged and she's going to be putting together a wedding in the next year. So it's really good practice for her own wedding. But she has done a fabulous job. I am so proud of her. Alyssa has worked for me since she could get a student, the working papers. So she's been with me for a long time, in and out of college, as well as other jobs. But we're hoping that she continues to enjoy doing this, because she will be my go-to for creating many, many gallery events in the future. This is Scott Reamer's work again, and this is silkscreen. And to the right we have Robert Krell. Robert does some acrylic. His work is very simplistic but very intellectual. And if you come to our show and read the bio, he's very on purpose about what he's doing in every painting. This one in particular is, there's a very certain way that he decided to stroke the black paint to create the density that you see in that. And the geometric forms are actually glued on. And so there's a lot of intellect behind some of what his thoughts are in processing his work. Again, we have Carlo Balestre represented here. And I'm just realizing that Carlo also does not title his work. Again, this is a photograph. Obviously, this is a flower, and this is a really great representation in his process to zoom in on certain areas of his photographs and create something that I think is just beautiful. John Spears to the right, again, silkscreen. This is called Planet 2. The one coming up the steps is represented as Planet 1. So this is Planet 2. And see how he swirls. John as well. If you see him doing his work, there's a video, I think on his website, showing him working. And he, the same as Kevin von Halterman. I'm not sure about the other artists. I do know specifically these two. They just go into a space and they swirl. I know Kevin uses his hands. He never uses paintbrushes. Obviously, John is silkscreening. But he breaks every rule that is known to man to create what he creates in his work. That's John Spears. Margaret Grandinetti is a Bucks County artist. She's won many, many awards. She's a client, and she was here yesterday getting her hair done, and we were talking a lot about her art. And she'll be the first to tell you that it's very sad, that it looks sad. But what's very interesting, especially this piece, which is Lady with the Black Hair, no matter where you stand, she's looking at you. And when she brought these and dropped them off, this was just leaning against a wall, and I just was almost drawn into it like a vacuum. I just was pulled in, and that's, as I've seen her art on the walls and just absorbed it, it does something to you. I can't explain it. And several people have been up here as we've been curating, and there is something that happens to them when they see her art. She's a very wonderful woman, very intense. And if we go behind as well, this is her art as well. This piece, this is Listen to the Birds. Her work is very thought-provoking, at least for me. This is photographer Nicole Buckenholtz, and Nicole and I have known each other for many, many years. Nicole is from Manhattan. She's an award-winning photographer, does beautiful, beautiful work. Her work arrived late, and we could not hang it because the hardware was not on here. So as every gallery show goes, there's always crunch time, and Nicole's going to be here hanging her art and putting her hardware on the art just before the show. So we cannot take the seal off of it, unfortunately, so this is the best representation we can give you. There are 4 others, so her art features 6 of her photographs, and these are on metal. They're very, very beautiful. I wish we could show you all of them, but we just cannot do that right now. This is Diana Stockwell. Diana is an artist from New Hope area, and Diana is also an interior designer, feng shui, and crystal expert. She does watercolor, and a lot of her subject matter, again, nature and flowers. Again, we have Robert Kroll. This is boy with a beret. And another piece of Rennie's pottery and House of Cork pocketbooks. This is also Diana's work, again in watercolor, and you can see her subject matter is nature. This is Kevin von Holterman of Kev von Holt Gallery at Stangl here in Flemington. And this is Kevin's work, and he's very, very passionate about his work. He uses all kinds of mediums, some acrylic, all kinds of crazy things that he does. And his work is very happy, like he is, and people love his work. Again, we're featuring Kevin's gallery as part of our partnership. I'm happy to have him here. And below is Carlo Balestre, again, photograph on metal. And this pretty much completes your tour of the gallery. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. And we love Flemington.